Speaker number 11, Warrant Officer Second Class DaisyKinch. Should we rewrite history when we find out new information?
Orateur numéro 11, adjudant de deuxième classe, DaisyKinch. Devrions-nous réécrire l'histoire lorsque nous découvrons de nouvelles informations?
Cancel culture. It's a topic that has been the forefront of social media for many years now. But what is cancel culture, and where does it fall in place in our modern society? Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Warrant Officer Second Class DaisyKinch, and today I'd like to speak to you about a growing phenomenon that has gained increasing popularity over the past few years: cancel culture. The term cancel culture refers to the practice of calling out or canceling an individual, group, or organization that is deemed to have acted in an inappropriate way that we perceive as problematic or offensive. The term cancel culture has been used to describe a wide range of problematic behaviors that have led to people being brought to task regarding their actions. These behaviors can range from using offensive language to expressing controversial opinion to sometimes even violence. The practice of canceling a group or an individual has become increasingly prevalent with the rise of social media and online activism, where people can easily organize campaigns and spread messages to call for the removal of groups and individuals or the boycott of certain organizations. With the practice becoming ever more prevalent, there is an ongoing debate about whether or not cancel culture is a beneficial thing in our society. Some argue that cancel culture is an important tool for holding people accountable for their actions and making light of the negative impact some groups may have on our society. But many also believe that it is a necessity to call out and challenge harmful behaviors in order to address injustices and create a more just and equal society. However, many others believe that cancel culture has gone too far. If you have spent any time on social media, there is an ongoing debate over whether or not someone should lose their platform for a mistake they have made in the past. People may be afraid to speak their minds or express their opinions for fear of becoming a victim of cancel culture. As well, many argue that cancel culture leads to the stifling of free speech in our country and an intolerance for different opinions and hesitation to express those opinions, leading to our society as a whole conforming to one idea and one point of view. So the question arises, should cancel culture be extreme as it is? In my opinion, it depends on how we define cancel culture and how we use it. For instance, if cancel culture is used to hold individuals and organizations accountable for their genuine harmful behavior, such as discrimination, hate speech, racism, or violence towards their employees, then it can be a powerful force for positive change, putting the spotlight on individuals and groups that may have done horrible things in the past, forcing them to make a statement or start the process of changing how they behave. It can reveal previous unknown information that may be helpful in creating a more equal environment for all and help individuals facing discrimination and harmful actions in receiving their justice. Cancel culture can also help promote social issues that often get overlooked, especially if the person or organization being called out is well recognized. Shedding light on overlooked issues helps spark important conversations about how we can create a more equal society. Cancel culture also helps create a culture of accountability, where people take responsibility for what they have done and aim to fix it. When people are called out for their public problematic behaviors, they realize that there are genuine consequences to what they have done. And not only do they see that their actions were wrong, but others see that those actions won't be tolerated. On the other hand, if cancel culture is used to silence or punish individuals for expressing their personal beliefs or opinions that are simply unpopular and are not causing active harm to anyone, then that can lead to a negative effect on free speech and lead to a new culture of intolerance. Cancel culture can also cause a mob mentality effect, where everyone jumps on a bandwagon to cancel an organization or an individual without fully understanding the context of the entire situation. This can harm so many people. Mob mentalities often mean that more people get hurt as a result of jumping to conclusion. Often, when fuel is added to a fire, it's the bystanders who get hurt. Mob mentality effect can lead to false accusations that can result in loss of employment, family, friends, and while there are some people who genuinely deserve to have some things taken away from them, most are not at fault. Cancel culture also focuses on a punishment rather than an education. And while it is important to hold people accountable, education should always be the forefront. Something that someone may have done in the past could have been an uneducated mistake that they now understand was wrong. Sometimes something a person may have done in the past may be something that wasn't a punishable mistake, and now they can learn and grow from that. It's important to allow people to learn and grow, as education is the most important. With cancel culture, there's a fine line between holding people accountable and ruining someone's life. So in order for cancel culture to be an effective tool, we must consider the context in which it is being used. Canceling someone cannot be a knee-jerk reaction. Oftentimes, knee-jerk reactions lead to false accusations. As a society, we must take accountability for our actions while holding others responsible for theirs. Change can start small, in our own towns, in our own provinces, in our own communities. With advocacy and collaborative projects, it's important to understand that first and foremost, education is the best way to spread awareness. It's important to realize that cancel culture is not defined by one inexcusable act, and everybody can be canceled. But it's important to realize that education should always be the forefront of our society.
Thank you, speaker number 11.
Merci, orateur numéro 11.